can a randomly assembled team.
Psyduck! Welcome to the team, Psyduck.
And frankly, absurd strategies.
That did nothing. But they did not use
defy the odds.
Are you kidding me? A slow final. What is going on here?
And take us all the way to Master Ball.
We win!
This is Roulette to Ranked. Hello, I am Bobby or Frolicker VGC. Welcome back to the channel. If you know what Roulette to Ranked is, you're a real one, honestly. This is a series that we started a little while ago. Basically how it works is this. I randomize a Pokemon, or I randomize a team of 6 Pokemon. I go onto the on-cart ranked ladder, and I battle trying to get up to Master Ball. Winning allows me to add more Pokemon to the team, so basically every time I go up a rank I get to add another Mon, and the goal is to get to Master Ball. Previously, we got all the way to rank 6, and then I just didn't have as much time to film, so our rank is kind of decayed back down to 0, but we do have a good collection of Mons, and I think we could potentially make a run all the way to Master Ball. I recently qualified for Worlds, so I've got a bit more. Most of my Pokemon time can now be focused on this, basically, which I am very, very excited about. Anyway, you can see the team. A lot of you are probably going to be first-time viewers. This is a great time to join back in. You can kind of, other way. You can kind of see the team over on that other side of the screen. Those are the Mons that we currently have. Bramblin and Chespin, I think, were added off screen. I did some game time off screen way back a few months ago that didn't end up making it into a video. And basically, also because of that, we have 2 Pokemon to add to the team. Now, recently a new regulation has released that allows people to use a legendary Pokemon on their team, a restricted Pokemon. If we don't use that, we are pretty much absolutely toasted. So what we're going to do is we are going to randomize 2 Pokemon, and the second one is going to guaranteed be a restricted Pokemon. And the thing is, that can set us up really, really well. We could get a really good restricted, probably like a Miraidon or Calyrex Shadow would be best for laddering in this scenario, I think, as opposed to, I mean, there's other restricted who might be, like, even better results-wise, like maybe Terapagos and Zamazenta, but we really, for our purposes, probably want the more offensively explosive ones. Or we could get base Calyrex or Cosmoem, who aren't really going to add a whole lot. So, yeah, the next couple minutes are pretty much going to determine if this is possible, or if this is going to be a really tough and difficult journey. We'll see. Anyway, first one's completely random, second one's guaranteed restricted. We are adding 2 Pokemon to the team. Let's see, what is this first Pokemon? Glaceon! That's fun! Honestly, Glaceon is pretty good. I mean, you can look over to the other side of the screen. Like, Noctowl has been a fixture in our team, and then we've also had, I mean, Skidoo's done some amazing work. I'm not going to bag on Skidoo, because Skidoo's actually carried us. But it's really nice to have fully evolved Mons who have been used competitively in some serious capacity by some people. Which Sylveon is almost that, which is very neat. Anyway, we have got one more Mon to add. This one's going to be a restricted. Basically, I'm going to keep randomly generating it until we get a legal restricted, because I'm sure there's a way to only get legendaries, but I don't know how to do that off the top of my head, so we're just going to roll a few. And the first restricted Pokemon we get is going to be our only restricted, for now at least. We could randomly get another one. It's going to be our only restricted that we are allowed to use for this challenge. King Gambit. That does not count. That would be an amazing mon to add, but it does not count, sadly. Floatzel, nope. Cloyster, nope. Nope. Ledian is not a restricted. Petalil, nope. Driftblim, nope. Electrode again! That's fun. Bonsly. Tyrogue. Sentret, glad we're not getting these. Salandit. Theta. We'll get there eventually, I promise. Nope. 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 That's not bad. That could have gone a lot worse. That's actually probably one of the best ones we could get. That's probably one of the best ones we could get. That's really good. And what's nice is I don't even think it's that overpowered. Like, it's more of like a balanced one, which I think should mean that we're still relying on other members of the team to put in a lot of work. But yeah, that's really cool, actually. Well, welcome to the team, Zamazenta. I mentioned that Zamazenta was one of the best picks we could have gotten. I was wrong. I was very wrong. And the reason I was wrong is we don't have the Zamazenta you're thinking of. We don't. We have base Zamazenta, because when we roll the randomizer, we are locked to whatever form the randomizer gives us, which means that we can't basically switch Calyrex forms. If we got Calyrex without a horse, we'd be stuck with Calyrex without a horse. However, we got Zamazenta without the shield, which, yeah, its base stats are lower. It can hold a different item, it can hold leftovers, it still gets the defense boost on switch-in, but losing the steel typing is a big loss for the team. So I think it still should be okay, but I'm not as optimistic about that pick as I was a second ago. Let me see. I really like Glaceon on the team. I think ice coverage is really, really strong in a restricted format, especially like Freeze Dry. You hit all the dragons. With Freeze Dry, you're able to hit Groudon and Kyogre super effectively. Honestly, Manual Weather, I think, is in a really good place right now. So even though with a Glaceon, usually you'd run an Alolan Ninetales, I think Bundle still works really well in that role. Earthworm's typing is really good right now. I'm not sure we make the most out of Shedtail with his team, but I think Earthworm's steel typing and ground immunity is really good against like Cali Ice and Blood Moon Ursa Luna. Enamorus, we've got a more supportive Enamorus set, but basically it's like, since we have strong speed control on like 3 different Mons, we're not kind of forced to bring a certain thing despite the matchup in Team Preview, which is really nice, I think. And Thwackey is basically a dollar store Rillaboom, and we're gonna hope it puts in some work. We'll see how the matches go. Most afraid of, that they poison us and can kind of stall us out. Okay. I'm not really certain what Sprigatito is supposed to do here. I'm kind of very afraid. They could Leech Seed us, right? Which I think is a potential issue. They don't have Fake Out. I'm down to Iron Defense. I think just getting set up is really nice. And we should be faster than the King Gambit. I don't know what the King Gambit's going to do to us. The King Gambit should be pressured here, although it's Pokeball rank 1. I don't exactly know what they're cooking with this. But I think this is a pretty safe Fake Out into Iron Defense here. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of damage. Okay, Flinch, nice, it's not Cloak. Okay, Kowtow Cleave. Kowtow Cleave is totally okay. Okay, are we faster? I think there's a very strong chance we're faster, unless they're like maximum speed here. Because we do have some speed investment on Thwackey. Yeah, we are faster. I think we might have it. There we go. But, I mean, if we had just attacked the Blissey, we'd be in a very good spot. Unless it's, like, Sash Counter or something, which is also kind of, like, just, like, I want to scout for what they might have. That's really good news. That's really, really good news. I think we have it. I think we might have it. Alright. There we are. First win in the books. That one did not take very long. But that's the advantage of, it's like, yes, we're starting back at rank 0, but we do have a very solid collection of mons, which is very nice. And like I knew this would be a thing as well. At lower ranks, people don't always have a restricted, which is very, very convenient for us. Because honestly, if people are having top quality meta teams, even if they don't know how to pilot it to the fullest extent, which is like very fair, I think, for people to be at that stage of play at this level, those teams can still cause us a lot of trouble. Especially, I think Caloric Shadow is especially something I'm really afraid of using Zamazenta, where it's like, even if they're not piloting it to the best of their ability, it's just that type advantage and not being able to hit it with body press is really, really spooky. Again, no restricted. And a lot of physical attackers, which is really, really good news for us. In fact, yeah, this is an entire team that's weak to freeze dry. Every single mon takes super effective damage from it, so I'm fine with this combo here. Shed Tail makes it easier, but it can be difficult to leverage like a good Glaceon matchup or a good Enamorus matchup. Just because those mons aren't quite as defensive, and it's like they might pick up a couple kills, but could eventually go down. It's a lot easier to leverage a good Zamazenta matchup. I want to get an Iron Defense off here. It's scary that they do have the 2 special attackers. I think Melodic gets Scald, which is also spooky. But I think I just want to fake out the Hydreigon. I don't want to take a big... yeah, I don't want to take a big, like, Draco, for example. And I'd rather let Melodic do what Melodic wants to do. It's also, I think, more pressured than Hydreigon right now because of a potential grass move, although Hydreigon is very pressured by body press. Don't Terra either. Iron Defense. I mean, I'm afraid of Hypnosis. I'm afraid of a Scald Burn here. There is some stuff that they can do to make our lives difficult. That's okay. I mean, because, yes, you get the Attract off, but I'm just gonna switch. Oh, I didn't pay attention to speed tiers. I should have paid more attention to speed tiers. Because, yeah, if they want to attract the slot that's less important to me, that's not bad for me, truth be told. The reason to bring in Bundle would be the Icy Wind so we can outspeed the Hydreigon, but this Melodic is likely competitive, which would mean it would get a boost from that, which would be really, really awkward. They do Terra that now. They Terra Poison, which honestly I think is a very good Terra into my team, but it's really not the worst news in the world. That means they can't Terra anything else. Oh, if it's a physical Hydreigon, we're in business. Because, yeah, we are highly boosted in physical attack. Yeah. The issue with this play on their end is I was very, very highly incentivized to switch because of the Attract. There was just, at that stage, no reason for me to stay in. Yeah, there was no reason for me to stay in and allow cheese to happen, basically. So I'm fine to just take some damage there. What is their body press switch in? That's a body press. I think that'll live, but it's gonna take a chunk. Yeah. Again, that's fine. It's not the Glaceon that's important. It's not the Glaceon that is the most important thing, and they can't attract the Zamazenta. Ooh, good work, Glaceon. Bundle's Icy Wind should be able to kill the Tusk from this range, but again, I do not want to give the Melodic a competitive boost. That's just our lose condition, because it's like, yeah, we can boost up our physical defense, but not our special defense. We don't want to boost up their special defense for them, open up a window for our own defeat. So if they are Scarf, they're locked into close combat, which is not super, super spooky. Good work, Thwacky. And a crit, yeah. Okay, Thwacky. Eviolite. I mean, honestly, those were a couple big hits that Eviolite Thwacky took. So I'm pretty happy with that. If they're Scarf, then they can't protect. If they are not Scarf, then they won't outspeed us. And so the next turn, if they protect here, the next turn we just pick up the KO. So yeah, I think this is a pretty free fake out body press. Oh, cute charm. Okay, so now we actually don't have to worry about competitive anymore. That's really funny. And helmet. Honestly, that's a great free switch. If we were gonna get, I mean, because that was some amazing information to get. Because yeah, if we were gonna get cute charmed, I'd rather Thwacky go down. Nice. That Hydreigon should go down. I don't even think a Chople Berry would save you at this point. We know they're not competitive, so they're not going to get that boost. And then, yeah, I think the only other Mon I said I was afraid of was the, what was I going to say? And that's fine. That's the Mon if they're going to target something, that's where I'd want them to target. You know, we've got a bit of a bulkier bundle spread as well, so it was able to take that very, very well. I mean, they did bring all the Mons I was scared of, so props to them for that. But, and they are threatening Fake Out here. They should be faster than everything on the field, which is nice. Potentially could have Terra Ghosted there, but that does open us up to being KO'd from Hydro Pump when we're not currently in range of anything from the Melodic. Okay. It's not what I expected that Blastoise to do. And that is actually very, very spooky. I'm glad we Icy Winded. Unfortunately, that Blastoise is probably not faster than Bundle, but probably is faster than the Zamazenta, which does open a door for bad things to happen. Do I want to Snowscape in case it's a fit? Actually, if it's a physical attacking Blastoise, then Zamazenta's fine. If it's a special attacking Blastoise, then I don't need to set up Snowscape. And I'd rather just get, I think, a little bit more chip with Icy Wind. Maybe a Terra Ghost was the answer there, although I think saving Terra for... I could Terra Grass here, but, no, I'm not gonna... Do I want to Terra Grass here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Because, yeah, I'm Terra Grassing here because, I think if Blastoise is going to pick up the KO on me, it would be something like a Hydro Pump. And I think this should allow us to dodge that. I was thinking about saving it for Sylveon for the endgame, but I think this puts us in a better spot. Yep, as I thought, Bundle does outspeed the Blastoise. We're hoping they're not able to pick up a double KO this turn because of the Terra Grass. Oh, we're faster! Perfect. Very good, very good. Let's see if we can tell Hydro Pump to end at Bundle. Alright. The Shell Smash was spooky. But overall, yeah, we had the right game plan. Yeah, and I think they brought the correct Mons too, but I don't know about Dragon Rush on Hydreigon. There we go! That is a rank increase. That means next episode we get to start with a brand new random Pokemon. At least one. But I'm down to keep going right now. Let's see if we can add another. That'd be really nice. I mean, Zamazenta has just been destroying so far, which, to be fair, is I think where you want to be in a restricted format. Oh no, this is actually very bad for us. I think I mentioned Calyrex Shadow is the restricted I'm most afraid of. There's a very good chance it's Sash. This is probably Urshifu Water, but we don't know. Which is also something that is, I think, very, very spooky for us. Maybe I actually shouldn't have even have led Zamazenta, but I mean, in my mind, I'm just like, if they want to lead Weezing, then Zamazenta's good. Ah, they can burn me, though. They can burn me, which isn't ideal. Kind of wishing I'd brought something different now that I think about that. Yeah, because a burn on Zamazenta is not amazing. We don't have Taunt on Bundle. I think I do, and I go Snowscape. I get the defense boost on both Mons. I'm threatening a Blizzard next turn, which I think is a pretty decent position to be in. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I don't want to get Zamazenta burned, even though a Body Press was threatening a lot into Gigas. I'd love to see a Protect from Gigas. I don't know if we will see that, but I think that would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Protect from Wheezing. Ah, well, I definitely have some regrets there. Protect the Gigas. No, Gigas is going to be faster than Wheezing. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we didn't have any way to actually pressure the Wheezings. It's not exactly what I expected. Oh, and that does just a bit too much, unfortunately. I really thought we'd be in a better position than that. I think, actually, does Crest Grip, is that related to the amount of health that I have? I think it is, which might mean that we can take another one, truth be told. I don't think Glaceon will outspeed the Gigas after an Icy Wind, but, you know, it's worth a shot. It should outspeed the Wheezing, if they've got a faster Wheezing even. Let's see what they've got here. Clear Amulet? Clear Amulet makes a lot of sense. Ah, that's rough. That's not... honestly, yeah, this went about as bad as it could have, especially considering we could have just gotten an Iron Defense off turn 1. Oh, that's really rough. Yeah, if we hadn't chickened out there, we'd be okay. Toxic tells me you might not have... Man, I'm just so sad I got that turn 1 so wrong. Because... Yeah, they just did something that I completely would not have expected. I'm not against going to Zamazenta. For some reason, they wanted to protect the Wheezing there. If they do that again, that could put me in a good spot to get an Iron Defense up. Nice. Okay, that's kind of what I was predicting a little bit based on what I saw turn 1, which I don't think that play makes a lot of sense on their end, but it's very useful for us, because that lets us get a huge Iron Defense off. If they want to go for any move into Zamazenta, it's not as concerning now that we've got that. Yeah. Because, yeah, we tank that very, very well. Does Body Press kill the... I think we probably have to pump, right? Which is unfortunate. But I think I'm down for that. Because if we do kill the Wheezing, that's really, really good. The Gigas doesn't really threaten us for the rest of the game. Come on. Come on. That's enough. Maybe not. Let's see, let's see. Oh, please, Zamazenta, we really need this. Not nearly enough, and unfortunately they should get a Toxic off here. Yep. That's pretty bad. Here, I'm down to Body Press. I think that should KO. And I want to preserve the bundle. We still have Booster Energy intact, and we're going to go down to Toxic after this turn. So I think this makes sense for me. Man, I was really hoping to get the Wheezing kill, but it makes sense they'd be Citrus. I guess I could have protected there on Hydro Pumped, in hindsight. Hindsight is 20/20, though. That's pretty good for us. Does this one-shot? I think there's a decent chance it will. Nice. So we don't have Terrain up, which is a bit of an issue. Yeah, Calyrex, that's what I thought. And I think that might be what they're going for here. Could have crunched, potentially. Terra Fairy. That's also not good for us, because we don't have Heavy Slam. Which is the thing that's very normal on a set like this. But no, that's pretty bad. Oh, are they just going to kill us with that? Yeah, that's pretty awful. Yep, now that's a worst case scenario Mon to go for, and probably a worst case scenario set, all things considered. Yeah. I don't even know if... Oh, Life Orb. Yeah, I don't know if we've got any plays here. They'd have to be handling their Mons very carelessly, and then, Bundle is going to be going down to Toxic, even if they, yeah, and it's going down anyway. Yep, and now there's no path. Oh, that's really rough. I think in hindsight, just because the Zamazenta really wasn't worth saving in hindsight because they were Terra Fairy. And so allowing Zamazenta to get Wisped or Toxic was probably the play, and just going for, damage on the Gigas was probably big. That might be something to think about in future Caloric Shadow matchups. I've run Caloric Shadow a bit, and I usually run Terra Ghost and like a Sash. But basically, usually they're either Terra Ghost or Terra Fairy. And so, yeah, I probably should have just assumed that no matter what, Zamazenta's not good into Caloric Shadow. It's okay if it takes the damage. I'd rather keep Assault Vest Glaceon intact for later in the game. And I think it was Clear Amulet because they did have Drain Punch as well. I just forgot about that, but oh well. Okay. So I guess rank 2 is where we really get started. I mean, yeah, it's just a matter of they've got a really, really strong Mon. Can we withstand the Onslaught? Yeah, Enamorous is tough just because you got a supportive set on it, but it doesn't really have the defensive stats to withstand a lot here. Like, it would pretty much be going down to any hit, which makes it really tough to bring just because it's super, super threatened by Kyogre. It's super, super threatened by everything. By Urshifu. Alright, we are hoping that Bundle can outspeed here. And get this Snowscape off before a potential Water Spout. That might be fanciful thinking a little bit. I have half a mind to go for Icy Wind on Glaceon, but I actually think Blizzard's definitely the play because that can give us an Oko on Tornadus. I mean, I think a worst case scenario is something along the lines of Choice Scarf, Terra, Water Spout here. I think is really, really bad for us, because then I don't really know if Sylveon's living that. So we'll see. I do not like to see the Terra, if I'm being honest. I really don't, because that probably means they're Terra Water in this situation. Yep. Alright, we just gotta hope that we live. Ideally, we get that Snowscape off, but I don't know if that will be the case. They do go for Tailwind, that's what we expect. We really need Glaceon to live here. Let's see. Okay, that's gonna kill, but if we hit this, that's huge. I wonder if they're choice locked. Okay, that's huge. Yeah, because Tornadus goes down. Unfortunately, we don't have weather control. I don't believe the crit mattered on that Tornadus. Unfortunately, we don't have weather control, but I am just like, okay, the fact that they have Thunder means that either they're a fast Assault Vest. They might just be a fast Assault Vest set, which is unfortunate. And Terra Water is also not fortunate there. I think we bring in Thwackey here. Yeah, because Urshifu's kind of what I expected. I expect the Scarf to be on Urshifu. I think we predict that. And we just go for the damage on Urshifu here, because I think a Freeze Dry should be enough to pick up. Yeah, we've got a lot of investment on Sylveon. Or no, I keep calling it Sylveon. We have a lot of investment on Glaceon, so I do believe Freeze Dry should be enough to pick up here. I'm gonna assume they're Scarf Urshifu. I think that makes the most sense to me on this sort of team. They've already committed the Terra. We're gonna go for this, and we're gonna hope that next turn we can potentially Grassy Glide into the Kyogre. We will see. Alright, what's the Kyogre doing? Yep. I think that's Assault Vest. I mean, it took very little damage from the, okay, that's huge. Yeah, it took very little damage from the Blizzard, which is really, really nice. Actually, that tells me that it was not Scarf Kyogre, not Scarf Urshifu, because the Kyogre moved first, which is very surprising. We know it's not Scarf Ogre, though. I'm pretty confident it is AV Kyogre. Yeah, AV on Glaceon was absolutely vital for us there. Incineroar. Okay. That's an issue, right? I mean, we don't switch it. We don't hard switch Zamazenta, because basically we're going to hope that Zamazenta can combine. Oh, Terra Ghost would actually be amazing here. That might be something to think about for next time. Yeah, Terra Ghost would be great here just to get the damage on the board. I think we call that they might not attack I mean, what other play do we have here? Yeah. We also have Terra Grass on Zamazenta, which is, I think, the best Terra we could have in this situation. So there's a chance, is what I'm saying. There's a chance. I'm pretty confident they are Assault Vest Kyogre. I think they just ate the Blizzard very, very well. Kyogre is naturally very specially bulky, but Glaceon does a lot of damage. They're not leftovers. I think if they were Mystic Water, they wouldn't have Thunder. Usually those sets run Ice Beam. I'm saying there's a chance, is basically what I'm saying. And then I think we do assume that this Incin doesn't have... Let's see, I would hate to see Will-O-Wisp here. Knock off. We're gonna hope that means that they either don't have Will-O-Wisp or they're not willing to use it for whatever reason. Because I think if they had a Wisp, that's the time where you want to use Wisp. I think we definitely Terra Grass here, and I think that we hope that we got the Oko on Kyogre. No, it's not gonna be an Oko. Do I want to Iron Defense? Is I think the big question. I think Body Press should be a 2-hit KO. I haven't calced it, but I mean it's just a ton of damage, right? I think there's a good chance of it, and I'm not certain Iron Defense helps us get to that point. So I think Body Press the Ogre is the play. I don't think it one-shots the Incineroar. It would if we were crowned, but we are not crowned, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this does mean we do take more damage from a knockoff, but I mean we do have the defense boost, and the Water Spout is of course, or the Origin Pulse, or I'm assuming they have some sort of water move to hit us with here. I'd be very surprised if they hit us with an Ice Beam. Okay, good. That's a good amount of damage. Nice. I feel good about this play then. Please don't Will-O-Wisp us. That's how we lose. That is how we lose. Knock off. Okay. Alright, Zamazenta. Rain Stop, that's really good. That did a ton of damage to the Kyogre. We're pretty confident they're AV. I think I just Body Press it out, right? I don't think there's a reason to not do that, other than to bait a Protect on their end. I mean, what if they got Flare Blitz, right? That would suck a huge amount if they had Flare Blitz. I think I just Body Press the Kyogre, and what happens, right? I'm pretty sure this is AV, which would mean that we're not actually helped by protecting. Man, I almost protected. Dang, I was very wrong there. They're not going to live this next hit, but if they have Flare Blitz, they probably win. Dang! Oh, that's really, really sad. And they burn us. Oh. Man, that is just an absolute worst case scenario there. Ah. Wow. Yeah, I really thought we had it. In hindsight, I should have protected. I don't think there was harm in protecting. But I mean, what even would that have accomplished, right? What a weird Kyogre set, though. I'm curious what their last move is. Do they have Ice Beam? Well, so I guess I should have just targeted the Incin at that point. Man, that bites. I mean, my thing is, I think Thunder is just such a unconventional choice on Kyogre at the moment, if you have Protect. Because usually it's Water Spout, Origin Pulse, or I've even seen Hydro Pump instead of Origin Pulse, and Ice Beam. Man! Oh, that really sucks. Because, yeah, we just about had that one. Because, honestly, Zamazenta was in a pretty good position in the end. Yeah, I also just was just like, there's no way they have Flare Blitz on a rain team! Yeah, I want to get one more. Oh, we were just so close on that one. Yeah, I just really did not think they would have Flare Blitz on a team like that, where you just know you're setting up rain every game. But I guess the coverage is nice, and it worked out there, right? But I was assuming it would be something like Taunt, since I didn't see Will-O-Wisp. And I got in that regard. Yeah, in hindsight 2020, Protect was the play there, because I knew I was threatening that that KO. Oh wait, they don't. That's not even Calyrex Ice Rider. I kind of wish we could end with a match against a restricted mon again. I will say Hatterene is really, really dangerous for my Zamazenta here. Extremely, extremely dangerous. Incineroar and Hatterene. I mean, I imagine they're going for Trick Room based on this team, which means that this is a free Shed Tail. It'd be nice if we had a Steel move on Zamazenta, but it's not Stab, so I didn't tech it in, especially since we had Earthworm. I could have protected with both. That might have been a better play in hindsight, but I just don't want to give them too much momentum if they do want to hard switch out the Incineroar. In hindsight, maybe that was the play. I'm also thinking we might be able to get a Shed Tail off with Earthworm here. So what are they doing with Incineroar? If they want to go into Glastrier, they are taking big damage here. Yeah, that's fine with me. So I mean, this body press is pretty significant. I don't think we actually can Shed Tail again. I mean, yeah, this is taking a lot of damage. And then you're not really threatening Earthworm as well, which is really nice. Yeah, that's huge. Worst case scenario is they Swords Dance, right? But I'm just thinking, like, are you really going to Swords Dance? Are you really that comfortable in this position with a low health Glastrier? I think there's no world. And I don't think. Okay, well there you go. They were very threatened. A Calm Mind Hatterene would not be good for us here. Yeah, and then this is just us stalling out Trick Room a little bit. We're definitely not going to try and Shed Tail with Earthworm, regardless of how we think it would go. Just because we yeah, I mean, we value the Steel typing, especially in this situation right here. Let me see. I think we go out into Glaceon, because I think it's very likely to be hit with an Ice. Like, if it's going to be hit with something, it's going to be hit with a physical Ice move, or it'll be hit with a special move, and AV can kind of help us out there. And then I think we just want damage on this Hatterene. Yeah, we can kill the Glastrier, but I'm not concerned about the Glastrier. I'm very concerned with the Hatterene. And so just getting any amount of damage on the Hatterene, I think, is very, very useful here. Alright, please hang in there. That is a significant amount. That's a really good dodge for us. That's a really good dodge. Oh, and that's a 2-hit KO. That's amazing. I guess what they could do is they could protect the Hatterene and switch out the Glastrier, right? Into Incineroar. And then they've got a pretty surefire way to live with Hatterene. Do I Shed Tail on that? It's a pretty high level play they'd have to be making in order to make that happen. But I don't think there's too much of a punish for the Shed Tail. I just don't want Incineroar to get on the field for free. I don't want Incineroar on the field for free. Yeah. Because at this point, a Heavy Slam wouldn't KO, which is the big worry. Okay, we hang in there because of our AV. Unfortunately, this might not KO, but the Shed Tail does put us in a good spot because we can have a Mon that doesn't get faked out at that point. And it was just like, yeah, if they had attacked into Earthworm, that just meant that we were, like, basically pinning the Hatterene if they attacked into Earthworm, which is why I felt comfortable with the play at that point in time. I just did not want the Incineroar to get into a position where they could I didn't want them to protect Hatterene and get into Incineroar. I think we go Zamazenta here. I think that makes the most sense to me. Yeah. And then, I mean, other than Hatterene, can Zamazenta just take on this whole team? I'm curious how much this does. Not enough because of the Mystical Fire. But that is definitely in body press range, I would say. I think we actually crunch the Hatterene. Yeah, because we don't have the defense boost. This hits neutral. I don't think there's a lot they can do to play around it. And if they wanted to do something like a switch into Dragapult or something on a presumed body press, it punishes it as well. Okay, they are switching out. An Iron Defense would have been nice. Well, there you go! I feel pretty smart about that now. We live the fake out, because we're a Steel type. And this is pretty significant there. Pretty significant damage there. On a mon that it is pretty good 2 damage. Let me see. This is probably Clear Body Dragapult. It could be Infiltrator. I don't think I want... Do I want Iron Defense, actually? If it's a special Dragapult and I Iron Defense, that could actually be just, like, super, super bad. I'm just going to Heavy Slam the Dragapult. I guess the question is, if I Iron Defense, what am I Iron Defensing for? The Ensign, right? I think we just want this thing out of here. We just want that thing out of here. Yeah, and that's why. That's why we wanted it out of there. Okay, it wasn't Infiltrator, though, so it was Clear Body and Special. I figured if it was Special, it would have been Infiltrator, which is what I was most concerned about. It could be mixed as well. Unconventional regardless. Heavy Slam's not going to do a lot here, but I don't know if I needed a Heavy Slam then. Yeah, because I was pretty much guaranteed to get Crunch off. I guess they could have Terra'd, right? They could have Terra'd, and then I might have just wanted damage. Please don't burn. Please don't burn. Okay. So Earthworm being faster than Incineroar is good to know, is very convenient for us. We don't have the defense boost on Zamazenta, so Body Press shouldn't kill the Incineroar. I'm not against it, though, just for damage on the board, because what if I Iron Defense, they burn me? Then I'm just like, what did I really gain from that? So I think I'd rather, at this point, damage on the board. Put everything low. I should have speed control for the rest of the game, and then I feel pretty good. And then I think this should kill both Mons, because they're just so low at this point. Oh, I guess I don't have the defense boost and I'm not Zamazenta Crown, but I really did think that would kill. Because it's definitely good I crunched on the Dragapult then, because I think Crunch is a little bit more damage in that situation. But no, I think we're good here. Hatterene was a little bit spooky, but I think Earthworm just put in a lot of work here. And I think against most... I mean, yeah, they didn't have a restricted, but I think against most Trick Room comps, Earthworm is really nice, because you can give a faster mon an extra opportunity on the field, or I think just in general, against just the Pokemon that are likely to be on Trick Room, I think Earthworm is really, really strong against those Pokemon. And there we go. Oh, it's a crit. I think the crit mattered there. I don't think we had that KO without the crit. Because again, we don't have as many base stats as Zamazenta Crown, and we did not have our boost at that point. Alright, I think that's going to wrap it up. Let's see, did we rank up? I don't know if we did. We did. I think they're pretty forgiving in early ranks. But honestly, it's just like, I think with just like a couple tweaks to play, I think we could have been in it for those couple losses. I mean, I think the team's in a really, really good spot. I don't think Zamazenta is an overpowered restricted, but I think it's a very, very solid option that in the right matchup puts in just a huge amount of work. And I think against a lot of restricted, it does have a very, very good matchup right now. yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed the series, I have 6. I think I've got 5 or 6 of these already in the book. That'll tell you how I got kind of like our collection of Pokemon. And I think that's a really, really fun thing to check out. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody who's checked out the channel, who's liked and subscribed as of late. Channel's definitely been growing a lot lately, so I kind of figure there's going to be a lot of new videos. Sorry, a lot of new viewers to this video. So yeah, check out the old Roulette to Rank stuff. I stand by it. I think it's a lot of fun to watch. And I think it was a really fun format for it, where it's like we're kind of building support pieces around a restricted a lot of it, just by the nature of how the format is. And last format, you really got to see like Skidoo sweep a game, which happens in multiple episodes. So yeah, that should be on the screen somewhere right about now. Thank you so much for tuning in. It does mean a lot to me that the channel is getting a lot of visibility right now. I have a lot of fun playing the game, and I hope you have fun watching. Much love. I'll see you.